On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, in the morning here, On The Spot News Media, get to understand that JDF personnel are in preparation, heightened preparation for deployment to assist the Haitian country during their civil wars. Whilst I am a big supporter of helping out a fallen brother, I am also a big supporter of the Jamaican saying that so learn to dance a yard before you go dance abroad. As Jamaica continues to grapple with keeping our own heads afloat of our own internal crime problem, we barely have enough security forces to be deployed in the violent sections of Jamaica, which is basically 75% of everywhere. Yeah, man. We can barely find enough police and soldiers to plug in these hotspots right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Much less we got take from that small amount that we do have to deploy to Haiti. There are many first world countries out there who have more than enough soldiers to deploy to the Haitian country to help in their ongoing civil war. Now, what's the difference between Haiti and Jamaica, where gang violence and criminal activities is concerned? The only major difference to me is that the Haitian people is actually fighting for a cause. Not saying that there isn't personal gains from the gang violence and criminal elements just doing what criminal elements do, but they're actually fighting for a cause. It's a civil war going on in that country. In Jamaica, we don't have a civil war presently going on, but yet still the crimes and acts of criminality reflects those of Haiti. Yeah, man. So in the morning here, we could start in the St. Catherine North Police Division, where the mutilated bodies of two men was found along the Dumby Holding main road in St. Catherine. I'm not for sure if it's the St. Catherine South Police Division or the St. Catherine North Police Division. Not for sure how that border is set. But all of that took place on Wednesday morning. Now the hands and feet of the victims were bound and their heads partially severed. Both had what appears to be some serious corner wounds all over the upper body and head. It is reported that sometime around 7:30, a resident stumbled upon the bodies in the vicinity of the National Irrigation Pump House and called the police. The bodies were found face down. One was clad in blue denim, multicolored shorts, and a grey boxer shorts with no shirt, whilst the other was clad in a black denim pants, orange and red boxer shorts, and a pair of black Reebok sneakers with no shirt. Both appear to be in their late 20s or early 30s. Both are of dark complexion and about 173 centimeters in length. The Major Investigation Division is presently probing that particular incident. Now, when we see crimes like these happening in a country like Jamaica, where we're having no civil war, just a bunch of criminal elements, some old dirty kind of boy, yard and abroad, trying to wreak havoc to garner control over certain political garrisons. Yeah, man. The thing really, really rough and really, really sad on our part. Now, over there in the Kingston Western Police Division, briefly, we get to understand that this 9mm pistol, this Taurus 9mm pistol, and a total of 44 rounds of ammunition were seized at the beginning of an operation yesterday. 26 rounds of 5.56 cartridges and additionally 16 9mm rounds and 2 magazines were seized in a second discovery later that same day. All of that took place on Lower Ivy Road in Kingston 5. Now, on the Spot News Media is most definitely working on a story coming out of the Lower Ivy Road section of the Kingston Western Police Division in relation to its gang leader known as Pablo Dan. Yeah, man. We get to understand that the police, the Molamp and Pablo, and he's presently been housed in the Half-a-Tree police lockup pending further investigation. Now, on the Spot News Media will most definitely bring you some updates as it relates to that particular set of incidents in subsequent newscast. Now, over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Elizabeth Police Division, it just sounds really awkward for even say that about a parish like St. Bess, now narrowed down to a haven of criminals. Now we have a list of St. Elizabeth most wanted criminal elements. Now the first criminal element to make that list is presently on your screen, identified as Anwar Hines, but more popularly known in the streets as Kirky. Now this criminal element here is also an escapee from the Black River police lockup, and he's wanted for not just 1 or 2 or 3 but a quadruple knockings and clappings resulting in the loss of life of some people. Now the next man presently on your screen, you should have looked for come from prison right now. But boy, I tell you my peeps, he might for go to prison shortly. He has since been identified as Garth Chapleton, and he's wanted for a hold on and take of a family member. He's charged with incest. Boy, I tell you, the thing rough. But anyway, the third man presently on your screen is charged for a similar crime, and he's since been identified as Arden Francis, otherwise known as Al or Ras Al. He's wanted for a hold on and take of a young family member. Now, the next man presently on your screen identified as Javan Sims, also an escapee from the Black River lockup, and he's wanted for knockings and clappings resulting in the loss of life of some people. The next man presently on your screen identified as Oral Cole, also an escapee from the Black River police lockup. He's wanted for robbery with aggravation. Next criminal element presently on your screen identified as Dujan Wright, otherwise known in the criminal underworld as Black Man. Now this criminal element here is wanted for knockings and clappings with intent to slap with some people. And last but most definitely not the least, this criminal element here presently on your screen identified as Raja right. Wanted for having, you don't know, hold on and take type of thing with a person under the age of 16. It is said that the female give it to him willingly, but the law dictates that once the person is under the age of 16, them cannot willingly give it to you. It is still considered as hold on and take. Yeah, man. So anyone having any information surrounding the whereabouts of these wanted criminal elements, please reach out to the St. Elizabeth Police. And as always, my peeps, if you not trust the police, them link on the Spot News Media or any like-minded vlogger, give us the information and we will most definitely pass it on to the relevant authorities who can make effective change. Yeah, man. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Westmoreland Police Division, we have seen over the past couple of days where violence has erupted in the community of Grangeville and its immediate surrounding that has claimed the life of 5 in just a few days. Now, a curfew is now in effect in sections of Grangeville, Westmoreland. This as the police intensified their search for persons of interest implicated in the ongoing gang war between the infamous Kings Valley gang and the new and emerging Posee gangs. Yeah, man. The violence has resulted in the knockings and clappings of 5 people since last weekend. The latest knockings and clappings occurred on Monday when a man was taken out in a hail of bullets whilst riding his motorcycle. The man is presently on your screen and has since been identified as Norman Backridan, otherwise known as Shotman, in the streets. Now we are going to hear from the commanding officer of Era 1 Police, that's ACP Clifford Chambers, who says that the areas under curfew include Racecourse, Crowder, Geneva, Mint Road, and Top Lincoln. Listen.
What we have done, since we do now have a curfew from last night in the general area, we have deployed a number of police in the space. We are also conducting vehicular checkpoint. We have deliberate roadblock. We have snap raid and several other operational activities now unfolding in the particular space. They are the Mar Thomas, OC Heavy D, our OC Dog, Romain Murray, OC Bartes, LaShawn Warren, OC Dudeman, Orlando Reed, OC Bello, Charlton Dixon, Kenneal White, OC Grabber, and Leon Gray. Anyone having any information on the whereabouts of these persons should call 311-811 or the crime officer for the Westmoreland Division at 333-9558, or even the commanding officer for the Westmoreland Division at 822-6840.
Now, my peeps, so now see where go on right there, sir. Assistant Commissioner of Police Chambers listed several persons of interest being targeted by the police in connection with the violent flare-up in the community. And he has also given you the personal cell phone numbers of the man in charge of crime in the Westmoreland Police Division, and also the personal cell phone number of the superintendent in charge of the Westmoreland Police Division. So now you literally have no excuse whatsoever than to give the police the necessary information. Now the last thing I'm gonna make mention of, is that since the loss of life of Ichipang, since the internal gang conflict over there in Top Jungle in the Kingston Western Police Division and Ichipang met his demise, there's a lot of younger youths who decide say them are gonna step up in rank and take control of the Top Jungle community. As always, on the Spot News Media and like-minded vloggers, always giving out the names and faces of these young criminals from their in their embryonic stages. But it always seemed to fall on deaf ears because most people do not believe it until it comes knocking on their door. And I can give you a very good example of what I'm speaking about. One of Montego Bay's most violent criminal elements, known as 1214, On the Spot News Media is the first or one of the first like-minded vloggers to bring to you the likes of 1214. No one took it serious and allow 1214 to blossom into the criminal element that he is today. And I will be speaking on these young boys in subsequent newscast. And as always, who can hear will most definitely feel like that one that the police took out the other night, known as Nico. Many are stating that he's not a bad boy. He's a one-away youth who just stick to himself, go and work and come in. But many of you don't know what he was doing whilst you were in your bed sleeping at nights. Nico was licking heads with other young boys who are hell-bent in creating havoc in the top jungle space, wanting to become bad boys, so to speak, wanting to take over the top jungle space and calling themselves the Square Gang. So On the Spot News Media will most definitely be highlighting the upcoming Square Gang. So members of the security forces in the Kingston Western Police Division, put your ears on the ground and nip this in the bud before it becomes a major problem in your police division. The Square Gang have a bunch of little boys who has never hurt a fly before. But you know when time the little young youth them get a strap in them hand and just one bad. That is what's happening right now with the new and upcoming emerging Square Gang from out of Top Jungle in the Kingston Western Police Division. Yeah man. So anyway my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On the Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On the Spot News Media. Yeah man.